Welcome back to Land Yacht Garage. Today's video, well, definitely not going to be the typical video. Um, Let me show you. I got a boat. No idea what the hell I'm going to do with it, but in today's video, we're going to see if we can get this thing running. So, the boat, no idea what it is, came from Maine. So, the story is my neighbor was heading, well, close to the main line, I guess, in New Hampshire. He saw it on the side of the road, so he gave me a call and asked if I wanted it. I said, sure. And he's like, okay, I'm going back by it, and I'm going to video chat so you can see it. Well, video chat didn't work out so well because shitty service. So I just said, yeah, sure. And this is what showed up at my house. So, most of you guys probably see junk, and I might be able to see a little potential here. So, let's start off with the motor. So, the starter is date coded 1974, which this kind of looks like a 70s style boat, so I assume it's the original motor to it. It is a 150 horse Merc Cruiser. Nice spark plug wire. 5-cylinder. That's kind of bizarre. It does turn over and it does have compression. Wow, this is weird. I have worked on a couple of boat motors this summer, so I have a tiny bit of experience in that department. But the Bendix is stuck, so the starter won't engage. Nice ratchet strap. But then the boat, been off the water since 96, like I said. The floor is junk. The main problems with this boat is obviously it should clean up pretty well. The floor and the steering is completely done for. Everything else is in pretty good shape. The hull's good. It has a giant tree growing in it. But the trailer is, I believe, homemade from what I've seen on it. Those are mobile home axles. Which, in case you didn't know, the mobile home axles, the bearings and everything, are only meant for 1,000 miles. So before you go ahead and try to build a trailer out of mobile home axles, keep that in mind. Trailer's in very good condition. I have no paperwork on this boat, which I'm not sure what the boat laws are in New Hampshire. I think maybe just a bill of sale. Yeah, springs are good. Not sure what this aluminum piece is right here. But anyway, plexiglass windows are pretty shot, but it should clean up pretty well. So anyway, we're going to go ahead in today's video and see if we can get this thing running. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. And maybe get it cleaned out. That's the hydraulic pump for the steering, I believe. That's probably why this thing was taken out of the water, because I believe this is hydraulic steering. And I have a guy here dropping off material. Well, trying to get this thing running. Starter is bad. I got the Bendix to free up, but starter motor's bad. And yeah, so it actually uses the same starter as my neighbor's 200 horse Merc. So they're like $50 on Amazon. So in the meantime, let's try to get this tree out of here. Wow. Huh. Well, it's now the next day. We will be continuing to mess with the boat in the coming days. But for now, the ball knows, well, this thing has to go to the drag strip tomorrow night. It's 10 o'clock Tuesday morning, And this thing needs to be ready by 4 o'clock tomorrow night. So we have the wheels. The wheels are here. The tires are not. Not even saying that they're gonna fit. But wheels are here. Tires will be here tomorrow, early afternoon, hopefully. I gotta put diff fluid in it. And I still gotta pull the front end back out and move this bracket, because if you guys remember correctly, this axle's inboard, and that's why it's all messed up. So I gotta unbolt that bracket, measure, move it over, blow out new holes, bolt that back in, tighten down this shock. Oh, and I still have to replace the drag link. The alignment is going to be absolutely terrible, but it is the last street night of this year, so we're going to try our best to make it with this thing with the new suspension. So that's enough talking. I will see you guys when we get back to work on the boat. You got 5 spacers, right? Maybe. Lock that. Well, it is now like almost a week later. This boat is now on this side of the house. I brought it over here a couple of days ago to wash it, and never got to it. Had a bunch of other things come up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing cleaned out and get it washed up, and so then I can get the motor back together and put this thing away for the winter. Because as you can see, we have a bunch of material here, so I got to put this thing down by the Ranger. Because we have hopefully another Ranger coming in Monday. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing cleaned up and washed. Well, it is now dark outside, and got the boat down here next to the Ranger. Give you guys a quick update on that here soon. Here she is. I tried to wash it up as best as I could. It's not coming off without really scrubbing it. So next year's project. Oh, my jumper cables. Shoot. Got the interior pretty much cleaned out. I've kind of pushed everything back there. But got the cover on the motor good enough for the winter. So there we go. And actually, looking at it, this boat could have gone back further. So anyway, sorry that it's a failed video. I don't have 50 bucks to spend on a new starter right now. And yeah, this is at the bottom of the priority list. So again, my apologies that this was a failed video, but it is what it is. And let me give you guys a quick update on the Ranger. If you guys are here watching this video because of this truck, or haven't watched a video or watched a video, go ahead and watch it. Probably 2 months ago, I think. I did a revival on this 85 Ford Ranger 2-wheel drive 2.3 liter automatic. And well, I took it on its first test drive after the second video on this went, out, and this was the most gutless pile of shit I have ever driven. Like, speed limit, I think I think a little bit of it was the transmission not working properly, because this thing was just winding out. Not even winding out, it was just no balls. And it struggled to go down a highway right over there. Like, struggled to do 55. So I drove around the yard a little bit more, ended up blowing off a training line. I think the training cooler's clogged and the transmission was garbage. So I put it down here. I went to sell it. I actually had somebody coming to buy it. Put ATF in it, fixed the transmission cooler line. Couldn't make it up that little grade. Like, this is the ground, and that's a little bit of grade. Couldn't make it up it. And then I backed it down here to give it a running start, and it blew the transmission line off again. So transmission was toast, underpowered. So it sat down here for a while. And then last night, which I might throw a clip of that in this video, me and when my neighbor came up, and we blew this thing up. Put a rock on the gas pedal, and it probably about 5 minutes of straight rev limiter, and it finally locked up tight. And then we popped the radiator cap just because, and flat came out. So the only reason I blew it up, I was debating on scrapping it or whatever and taking a little bit of a loss on it. Maybe the next video or the video, I'm not sure when you guys will see this video. I'm going to be pulling the 2.3 out of it and the transmission. And next year, we are doing a 5.8 liter, 4.8 liter LS with twin turbos. So this thing is going to be, I don't think I'm going to lower it. I'm going to do tires, wider tires. If the rear end and the bullnose, I'll give you guys a quick update on that here soon. If the rear end survives in that, by the time we put the 4.9-inch in, it's going to be getting a Sterling 10 1/4, 4L60 with a 4.8, and I'm going to build into a drag truck, so I'm going to have a roll cage put in it, and go fast. So it's been sitting down here for about 2 months now, and the mice have already made a nest in it, which is great. Smells like mouse piss, but she is locked up solid. So that is, I want to get the motor pulled out of it before winter, but we'll have to see on that. And yeah, it's a pretty rust-free truck, so stay tuned for that. I don't really have the resources, well, financial resources to even LS swap it right now. Not exactly sure why I'm taking on another project, but I guess give it a second chance at life, because this thing was way underpowered. So let me go ahead. We have a skid steer coming hopefully in the next week. I gotta get rid of this pile, push it over. I guess this kind of turned into a subscriber update, I suppose. And then push that pile over because we're expanding the driveway from those rocks over that way and then all the way up behind my shop. So tow dolly still needs to get welded. Plow is still a plow. Got to get the snowmobile out. I was going to this week, but it looks like some things are going to push that back because that needs a carb clean and fuel system gone through. My Yamaha Big Bear is currently out getting fixed. I got to pull the other wheel off this Bronco frame, and this is hopefully going to scrap Monday. Having a guy come and pick up that for scrap because I don't care. Needs to be gone. The bullnose. We have done a decent amount of work on it. We got the bed back on. Had to take apart that side of the truck again. We got new wheels on it. We have put about 200 miles on this thing in the last 3 days. This side's still lower for some reason, but I'm just going to put in some spring spacers. So yeah, there's that. And either late this year, well, in the next couple of weeks, or next season, we're going to hit this thing with a 125 shot of nitrous and see what it does. We ended up going to try to take it drag racing, and we got, well, the track got shut down. It was the last season. The track got shut down, and then we were stuck in the staging lanes for an hour and a half while somebody blew apart their motor and dumped antifreeze on the track. And then we got the third car back from running, and fog got too bad and they shut down the track. And that was the last race night of the year. So that kind of sucked. So next year, we're definitely going to get kicked out. No doubt about it. This truck on nitrous should run in the 11s. So we'll have to see. Still haven't done anything to my truck really since the last video. I got to get back to work on this thing. I think the battery's dead. Yeah, battery is dead. Got my new head unit in it. So, still got to do my Starlight headliner. That hasn't got done yet. And again, another project. And then, my four-wheeler. Oh yeah, I already told you guys that. My neighbor just keeps dumping four-wheelers off at my house. My shop's a complete mess. This is some Yamaha Moto 4 he bought for the tires, and I got like a battery box and a brake cable off of it. This is stuck at my house. Another Arctic Cat. Got tires that all have to go before winter. Well, I've been selling them, but they need to go down there for the winter. So that's a whole nother project for another day. Because winters are coming. And then this is some Arctic Cat that he bought for a parts rig for his other one. So this is here. Bullnoses axles that's going to get moved when we get the skid steer. So anyway, that's enough talking. Again, apologies that this wasn't a revival video. I wanted to get the boat running, but I can't afford 50 bucks for a starter right now on something that's pretty much useless other than a video. So I'm not sure if you guys will see a part 2 of this video in the spring, or hopefully somebody buys it before then. Hopefully. And then, yeah. Next video, not 100% sure what it will be. Maybe working on my truck, or today's Saturday. You guys will probably see this video tomorrow. Monday, hopefully. Why is my dog outside? We're going, oh, she was outside. Okay. We're going to buy a 2002 Ford Ranger. It's either going to be a parts truck for ours because it has a plow, or maybe getting it running and back on the road as a plow truck for this winter. Or I could drag my Ranger up and get the drivetrain pulled out of it for next year when I do the LS swap, but I'm not sure. So, again, my apologies. This kind of turned into a subscriber update and a project update. And thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And I will see you guys in the next video.